All right, so here we go with playing the demo for Titanic Adventure Out of Time. Coming fall 1996. Titanic Adventure Out of Time. Sliding puzzle. All right, so there's the trailer, the demo, and a tour. Let's check out the trailer. Might as well. It's part of the content here.
"1912. The Titanic sails from England bound for New York. She carried more than 2,000 people on a maiden voyage into history. You are a secret agent on a mission of political intrigue. Mingle with the wealthy, outwit the corrupt, protect the innocent. In a desperate hunt to secure the peace for a world on the brink of war. But do not search too long, because time is running out. The past will never be the same.
Never be the same. Yeah, Suki, if you look on the completed games, if you click on the document and then go to completed games tab, you can do a search for Titanic, and we have the full playthrough linked off of there. Yeah, Marble, what were you talking about? A sliding puzzle.
1912. What? The Titanic sails from England bound.
All right, yeah, we're done with the trailer. Let's do the tour before we get into the demo proper. You got a little bit of audio skipping. I'm sure there's a reason for that. I'm probably not running a fast enough system. All right, hopefully it's not too bad. Look at this tour and the interior design. Yeah, I didn't mention any sliding puzzles. So hope you're okay. Eric. Hey, plane. Look at that iceberg. Hey, Durafin. Max. All right, so that was our tour. It's now time for the demo. Presented by Cyberflix, the interactive demo. April 13th, 1912. As a British agent, you await instructions from your contact on board the Titanic. okay. Yeah, apologies for the audio skipping. I would try to fix it, but probably the time it would take to fix it, we'd probably finish the demo. So, oh man. And the other part of this is too that, of course, we've already played the full game, so it's not as important. All right, here we have a list of A-deck passengers from Barkworth to Burns, including a Dulles. I like Barkworth, though. What a great name. Rufus Barkworth. I love it. Okay. Oh, we can't take that with us? Damn. All right, good to know it's there. How do we... Oh. There's someone knocking on my chamber door. Okay, I remember this was the chest that had that big gadget in there with our spy stuff. Oh, we got our watch, our pocket watch. Bing. Okay, so here's her map. All right, there we are. There's the player location. We're in A deck. Cabin A18, maybe? I forgot which exactly cabin number we are in. All right, and the time is approximately 9:30. All right, in the PM. There's a knocking on my chamber door.
Sorry to disturb you. I am Smethels, your steward.
Hello, Smethels.
I have a message for you. From a young lady. A most insistent young lady.
Well, good news, it doesn't seem like the dialogue is skipping. It was just the music. April 3rd, 1912. Meet me on the landing of the Grand Staircase now. PP.
I haven't a clue. I don't read your correspondence. I simply deliver it.
Yeah, oh, what did we say? Who's the young lady? Where is the Grand Staircase?
The Grand Staircase? It connects you with the boat deck. Go down the hall and out the door.
Thank you. I love his little bit of like his rock eyebrow raise there. Look at that. Just top notch by Smethels. Yeah, kind of marble, although it turned out not to be mud at all. We actually had to get them all in Freddy Farkas. Thank you, Smethels. That will be all for now.
Very good. If you need any further assistance, please ring the bell by the door.
Oh, I will, Smethels. I will. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
I beg your pardon.
I beg
It
yours.
appears you've neglected something.
Have I?
And the bag with the key on your bed. Take them with you. They might be of assistance later.
Will do. Thank you. Thank you, Smethels. Very good. Very good. Oh, my bed's over here. That's why I missed it before. All right, there we go. Here's our bag. Here's our key. Look at it. The steamer trunk key in all its glory. Oh, now we can open up our steamer trunk. See that? Wait, what? Aha, yes. Yep, here's the contraption, I remember. And then we connected this to this. Yep, Smethels was just waiting for us. Now we get the great dulcet tones of the gold tongue Victrola. Okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you, Smethels. Oh, I think I actually have to stop it. Yeah, I do. Now, I remember you could open up some of the drawers here, yeah. Oh, no, not these. Down here? Ah, here we go. Confidential. Alright, so we have a map of Europe. Circa 1912. A secret report prepared March 3rd, 1912 in Wychell, London. Is this the whole... Yeah, I remember... Okay, this looks like the exact same thing from the game, and this is quite a bit of content, as I recall. call. Oh, actually, it's only 5 pages. I guess we can. Fair enough, game. Fair enough. If you want to do this to us. Hey, Mr. Viking. So we got the Central Powers, are the German Empire and the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Neutral is the United States, and Britain's allies include France and Russia. This spring of 1912, Europe is the dominant center of the civilized world, bursting with energy and power. It is also a house of cards, cobbled together by diplomats and old dynasties at the Congress of Vienna in 1815 to restore order after the devastating Napoleonic Wars. This structure of nation-states has endured for nearly a century, but rumbling subterranean faults threaten to plunge all we have built into the abyss of mechanized global war. Despite such dangers, English liberals, intellectuals, and progressive businessmen choose to believe the sanguine writer Norman Angell. His book, The Great Illusion, has become a publishing phenomenon, electrifying the Oxbridge campuses with his postulate, "War is unthinkable." A modern war would be terrible and so disruptive of the global economic system, he says, that both victor and vanquished would be devastated. Global finance and economic interdependence is so great, he argues, that no nation will risk war. Nothing is further from the truth, as you shall read. In fact, peace totters on the brink, pushed near the edge by Europe's economic and colonial rivalries and a system of competing alliances. The Central Powers of Germany and Austria-Hungary stand toe-to-toe with a looser, more ambiguous association, the allies of the Triple Entente, comprising Great Britain, France, and Russia. Meanwhile, in the Balkans, the contending forces of Slav nationalism and great power expansion may well provide the fuel for a terrible inferno. There is hope, however. London politicians may be pessimists, but Britannia still rules the waves, and trade, and banking, and the realm of ordained self-confidence. Our vast overseas empire stretches from Suez to Cape Town, from Persia to Burma, to treaty ports in China. We are linked by language, culture, and commerce with the United States, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Our chief rival is Germany. Her leader, the Kaiser, has doubled her army since 1892 and races to build a navy to rival the British fleet. Germany's trade policies, tariffs, enlightened social welfare services, and large, dynamic, well-educated labor force now boast an efficient, modern industrial system that outbids and undersells Britain around the world. Mr. Viking, thank you for the 32 months. Thank you, Mr. Viking. Hey, greetings, Earl. To secure her position, actually, is this, oh wow, each of these are half pages. All right. To secure her position, Germany forged military alliances with Austria-Hungary in 1879. The result? These Central Powers now dominate continental Europe. Desperate for allies, Republican France has swallowed her principles, clasped the hand of the weak but autocratic Tsar, loaned Russia millions of francs to keep the inept, corrupt government afloat, and invested heavily in Russian industry, railroads, and expansion across Siberia to Asia. Every European power wants Asian markets, and Russia especially covets warm water ports on the Pacific. Generally, Britain has stood apart, but we have repeatedly foiled Russia's efforts to get access to the Mediterranean Sea, and we will continue to do so. This Franco-Russian alliance has increased German paranoia and insecurity. The Kaiser shouts foul, feeling isolated and encircled, but in fact, Russia is a lumbering behemoth. Our intelligence reports it is shackled by corruption, inefficiency, and an inept autocrat. Escalating scandals swirl around the German-born Tsarina Alexandria and the mystic monk Rasputin, who seems to ease her son's hemophilia with his psychic powers. Impotent Bolsheviks dream of revolution but achieve little. Many have taken refuge in Austria and Germany. Always eager to create mischief for the Tsar, the Central Powers' state security both welcomes and encourages the Bolsheviks in the hopes they will overthrow the Tsar. Germany is spoiling for conquest. Some insignificant African territories fly the German Kaiser's flag, as do a few ports in China and some Pacific islands, but the American open-door policy to China and its Pacific fleet limits further German aspirations. Thus foiled in Asia, the Kaiser has paraded his gunboats in Morocco, but we and the French were there first and faced him down with a combination of guns and diplomacy. He has retreated in a fury, but now makes plans for a Berlin to Baghdad railway to open the Middle East to German trade influence. In the face of German provocation, we have taken pains to cement our relationship to the French. 8 years ago, in 1904, they signed the Entente Cordiale, a friendly agreement. France acknowledges Britain's prevailing influence in Egypt. Britain gives her blessing to French control of Morocco, and our navies now share military maneuvers. France has also nudged us into a similarly loose accord with Russia. In 1907, we signed an Anglo-Russian convention that formalizes our separate spheres of influence in Persia and eases our historic conflict over the Crimea. We still refuse to make military commitments, but the European House of Cards is now divided between the Allies and the Central Powers. In Austria-Hungary, the doddering old emperor Franz Josef has sat on the throne since 1850. His is an empire of heterogeneous people ruled by an incompetent bureaucracy and gross inequality. Intelligence reports that he is a dull fellow, old-fashioned and conservative. He tends to the elaborate rituals of the Habsburg court, works long days like an assiduous clerk, and rules over an explosive mix of Germans, Hungarians, Czechs, Poles, Italians, Slovenes, Romanians, Serbs, Croatians, Bosnians, and Jews. Conflicts rage over language restrictions and economic discriminations based on nationality and the competing religious loyalties of Roman Catholics, Orthodox Christians, and Muslim Slavs. 400 years of Ottoman rule has left its mark on the region. Many wish it back. As Emperor Franz Josef dithers and society waltzes to Strauss and amuses itself with the novel theories of the mind doctor Sigmund Freud, the Balkans threaten to explode with Serbia as the flashpoint. In 1908, young Turk military officers rose in revolt against the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire. In the breach, Austria annexed the old Turkish provinces of Bosnia-Herzegovina. The annexation infuriates Serbia, which wants Bosnia as part of a greater Serbia, and the Russians, who see themselves as mentors for their Slav brothers, the Serbs. It has also spurred Bulgaria to declare independence. These actions have inflamed further nationalist aspirations, which led to last year's Balkan War, when Bulgaria, Serbia, and Greece joined forces against Turkey. Today, terrorism flourishes. Just this year, a Bosnian student, a member of a Greater Serbia secret society, tried to assassinate the Hungarian governor of Croatia. Properly financed and directed Serbian nationalist movements could create a serious international crisis. Wow, there's like no spaces at all in this line here. Lastly, though it still adheres to neutrality, the United States is a major force in the Pacific, seeing herself as China's protector. Washington does face a potential problem with Mexico. The revolution there has unleashed a tiger. The new Maduro government has failed to halt corruption and spur reform. Rebel leaders are staging armed raids against it. There is fear in Washington that such unrest may spill over onto American soil. Events, if manipulated, could easily direct the anger of the Mexican masses toward the U.S. Such an event would delight the Central Powers, which prefer the U.S. stay out of Europe's affairs, especially as tensions escalate here. The United States, preoccupied with Mexico, would offer no help to Britain and France if we went to war with the German and Austro-Hungarian empires. As the players line up toe-to-toe, their armies are poised to defend both national honor and questionable allies while their presses rave at a fever pitch. All that is needed is one key event to plunge Europe into war. The world watches to see which side will blink first. For nearly a century, someone always has. All right, so they actually gave us the full article there, or briefing materials, what have you. Okay, so that was, we didn't miss any other drawers, right? Okay, cool. All right, so we still have to meet Penny Pringle, whatever her name is. All right, we'll look at that, I guess, later. Axis and allies. So I think he said it was down to the right. You can always consult the map too. So we're here. We need to go to the grand staircase, which I think was like there. Oh, you can scroll over. Nice. This does not look like the same map that we had in the game, though. Interesting. Okay, green is the grand staircase, yeah. So we just gotta go down and take a right here. Yep, to grand staircase. Thank you for the helpful sign. And here is the grand staircase. So we're looking for, what's her face? Oh, is she up top? Yeah, looks like it. Hello.
It's about time you got here.
Indeed.
You've got quite a bit of work ahead of you.
Yeah, you're already noticing some differences? Oh, thank you, Floppy. Thank you. Hey, Bed. Yeah, the map is totally different, I think.
They didn't tell you? I'm Penny Pringle, your contact.
Hey, her name is Penny
Listen to me. We've got work to do. This is Andrew Conkling, a steel tycoon. Conkling's suspected of defrauding his investors. He's working with a partner, someone on this ship. You need to find out who that is. We have reason to believe Conkling was with this person at a party on board last night. Perhaps one of the photographers captured the two of them on film together. If so, you need to bring me that photograph.
Of Conklin with associate. Yeah, I'm actually trying to remember if that's actually her voice in the actual game. Where should I start looking?
For heaven's sake, you're an agent of the Crown and perfectly capable of finding him yourself.
Am I, though?
Well, what are you waiting for? Now get going.
I'm awaiting a polite pat on the rump. Alright, so we need a photograph of Conklin. I'm curious to see how much of the ship they allow us to access. It is a different actress. Okay, yeah, she did sound a little different. Not quite as good as I think the one they ended up with, based on that small sample. Alright, we're on the deck. Yeah, let's just patrol the deck, see if we find anybody here. Do a full perimeter scan. Oh, you can't go that way? Go down the stairs. What? Yes. Huh. Oh, so then they... Alright, here's someone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
What brings you above deck on such a cold night?
I have questions about the ship.
Yes.
When do we reach New York?
By Wednesday, perhaps Tuesday night if we have a good run. The captain's taking us a bit further south than normal. Word has it we should be on the lookout for ice tomorrow night. Oh, nothing to worry about, though. God himself cannot sink this ship.
Mm-hmm. And how fast is the ship going?
22 knots.
And how big is the Titanic?
Oh, she's over 880 feet long. Displaces 60-some thousand tons of water. We've got over 2,200 people on board.
That's a lot of people. Are there any famous people on board?
Yes, the Strausses, who founded a store in New York. I believe the name is Macy's. Mr. and Mrs. Astor are also on board. I'd wager that they are the wealthiest people on the ship.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Am I? I'm looking for a photographer.
Well, the only one I know of is a man by the name of Burns.
Burns.
Yes, Eric Burns. Tonight he came up from A deck and tried to bribe his way onto the bridge to take pictures.
Really?
Astounding. There may be other photographers aboard, but I don't know of any.
All right, thank you. Good night.
Yes, good night.
Yes, good night. Jolly good show. Okay, so I think we could probably just look them up in our. We should look them up in our room list. Remember we got the room list. Where's the? Yeah, try to go right to the grand staircase. First class entrance left. Yes, I want to go to the grand staircase. How do I? I guess we have to go up here and then continue this way, and then. Well, this leads up to the smokestacks now. I know we go down here. All right, where was the entrance to the? Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is the grand staircase. Okay. So let's go back to our room. Hello, Penny Pringle. So we can look up where Burns is located. Why do we even have... we definitely didn't... I remember we went through great pains in the game to actually get a list of a passenger list. That's not supposed to be generally accessible. I don't remember which one ours was. Maybe A18? A16? Maybe it was 16. Oh, 820. 820. Okay. Always good to know your cabin number. All right, we want Burns. A29. Thank you. A29. All right. So that's probably the other side. Oh. These are low numbers, so we need to probably go here. Yep. A29, 27, 23, 29. Mr. Burns.
Yes? Can I help you?
Burns. I'm looking for a photographer, someone named Eric Burns. I think they changed his name. His name was Burns, I think, in the game, but maybe not Eric Burns. It was something else Burns? Not sure.
That's me. What can I do for you?
Did you take a photo of a Mr. Andrew Conkling and his associates last night?
Could be. I set up a small darkroom in my cabin. Well, unfortunately, I don't have time to show it to you.
Oh. Why not? You must be quite dedicated.
Gee, thanks. I think so. I wish Stephanie agreed with you. My wife's angry with me because I spent more time with my camera than with her. She just doesn't understand that a photographer can't stop taking pictures, even on his honeymoon. You haven't seen her, have you? She's wearing a black dress. I'd better wait for her.
Like how his eyes... or his eyebrows were...
Hello.
Hello.
Good to see you again.
You too.
Did you see Stephanie?
I didn't. No, I haven't.
Well, if you find her, please come and tell me.
Yeah.
Good night.
Alright, so we have to find Conkling's wife. There was a mission similar to that. I think she was wearing blue, though. If I remember correctly, she was in, she was in one of the staircases areas. I'm not sure if they're going to make... Oh, yeah, here she is. Okay, perfect. Not too hard to find her. Yeah, you. No, come back. Shit, is this just a random NPC? They said she was wearing black. We can't talk to her? Do you like my keys, ma'am? Alright, it's not her, False alarm. Do we still have Penny Pringle up here? Yeah.
Did you find a picture of Conkling?
No, not yet.
There must be some photos. Go back and look some more.
Oh, I will. Thank you. So, are we able to get to the other staircase? Always in decks. So they don't have you going anywhere below A deck in the demo. Alright, well, let's see. We'll try going to the other side and see if we can get there. Can't believe we can't... Or maybe this is her, and we can't talk to her, but we just tell, hey, Burns, your wife's in the grand staircase. That's probably what we do. Okay. I think if we just go back and talk to him, it should work. No, not there. That was probably her.
Hello. Good to see you again. Did you see Stephanie?
I did. Yes, she's in the first class entrance.
She must really be sore with me.
Indeed. Maybe you shouldn't have married her? Yeah, why not?
Maybe that's none of your business.
Oh, shit. I pissed him off.
You're a real pain in the neck, you know that.
Sorry.
Don't bother me again.
Oh, no. Fuck. I just wanted to have some fun. And I was really pissed at us. Gee, is that...
Look, I told you. Oh, all right. What is it?
Oh, thank God.
Don't tell me you ran into Stephanie.
Yes, she's in the first class entrance.
She must really be sore with me.
Yeah, maybe you should pay more attention to her.
You've got pretty good advice. I'm going to find her right now.
Indeed.
Excuse me. Good night.
Good night. Did you leave your door open perchance? Yes, you did. Thank you. Thank you. Don't mind if we take a look around. We need to find Conkling and who he was with. Yeah, so this was a whole puzzle I remember in the game. You had to develop photos and such, but hopefully we don't need to do that. We just need to find the two of them together, Conkling and such. Film development. Oh no, we have to do that. Damn it. Alright, make sure you've turned off all light sources or the film will be exposed. Turn on the darkroom lantern, open the film cartridge and remove the paper. Place in start bath. Wait about 15 to 20 seconds. You should begin to see the image develop. Remove from start bath and place in the stop bath. Wait another 10-15 seconds. Remove from the stop bath. Image area should be fully developed. Allowing to drive desired. Alright, thank you. Too bad we're not going to be able to save here, so we do need to turn off the lights, though, if we can. Is there a light switch here? There is. Alright, let's turn on the dark. Where's the darkroom lantern? Shit. Where's the lantern? I probably should have located that before starting to do this work. Alright, whatever. We'll do it a little bit blind, I guess. Actually, I can't do it blind because then we're not going to be able to see if the film is developed. Oh boy. Alright, let's turn the lights back on. Where's the darkroom lantern? Okay, it doesn't appear to be... Oh, right here? Is this it? Yeah, that was it. Okay, good. Good. Hey, Gary, how are you? Okay. There we go. Now we can see. Alright, so... we just have to place in the start bath, right? Yeah. So 15 to 20 seconds, then 10 to 15. 1001, 1002, 1003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alright, that's enough. Throw it in there. 1001, 1002, 1003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this isn't even the right photo, unfortunately. That's the guy who stole, like, the... Yeah, there was a guy who, like, was up to no good stealing stuff. I think that was one of them. Alright, maybe we can just eyeball it based on how developed it gets. It goes through maybe, like, 3 phases of becoming clearer. There's, like, phase 2. Phase 3. Alright, that's probably enough. Throw it in there. Okay, this is I think this is the one we want. I remember that guy was Conkling. So I think this is the one we want. Okay, good. Alright, so this is the guy we're after. This is Conkling, and this is the guy we have to figure out who he's working with. So we need to take this photograph. Can we take it with us? Can I drag it to my bag? Thank you. I like the little bing. Might as well take this too. Can I take the guy's photos too? For fun, we'll develop the third one. Hey, Ambersine. Oh yeah, this was that the German guy, right? This was the German guy. I like the water sound effects too. It's a nice touch. Okay, one more. There we go. That's the Werner von Braun guy. Well, it's not actually Werner von Braun. What did I do with the... Oh, here it is. Okay, stuff it in your suitcase. Turn the lights on our way out. Hey, thank you, Mr. Burns. Alright, now we have to bring this back out to Penny Pringle. Zytol, thank you, Ploppy. Forgotten the name. Zytol. And we did so much running around the ship. It wasn't even funny. Oh my gosh, we did so much navigating around here.
Did you find a picture of Conkling?
I did. Yes, I did.
You got the picture?
Yep.
Well done.
Thank you.
Glory be, Conkling's partner's Lord Lambeth.
Mm-hmm.
The office will be pleased with your work.
Yes, they should.
Clearly, you're ready for your next assignment.
Clearly. What's the assignment? Is it to buy the retail version of Titanic Adventure Out of Time?
You'll learn more on the 14th. Until you hear from me again, I think it's best not to meet. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And remember, trust no one.
Not even you. Yeah, that's all right. That was it. Yeah. Nice. All right, so nice little assignment. You got a feel of the ship a little bit, especially on deck. It's most impressive. We did a couple of like little mini objectives. But really, that was just like adapting a puzzle that it actually is in the game. They just changed the order and the context a little bit, but I don't know if that was necessarily all that much different from the game. I guess it was a little bit, but not much. They did give us that room list in our cabin, which was definitely not in the regular game. So cool. All right, and we already watched the trailer and went on the tour, so we can exit in confidence. Yes, we're sure we want to quit. Thank you. Thank you, game. But the game is compelling adventure on board history's most famous ship. Explore the Titanic faithfully recreated in stunning 3D detail. A cast of more than 25 intriguing interactive characters, engaging puzzles and games for Windows 95 and Macintosh CD-ROM. Coming fall 1996. For more information, dial 1-800-GTE today. That's 1-800-483-8632 or journey to http://www.im.gte.com/Titanic. Call now. Operators are standing by. And yeah, there you have it. After 35 minutes, the Titanic hasn't sunk yet, but it's on its way. We found out who Conkling was working with, that steel industrialist, and it's Lord Lambeth. Home Office will be very interested to hear about that. We made contact with Penny Pringle. More adventures to come, except they already came, because we beat Titanic last August. Yeah, all those 1-800 numbers got taken over, huh? Yeah. So probably, like, what, 1/3 of the game time, if not more, was taken up by reading the briefing. I'm surprised they actually kept the full briefing from the game proper. They kept it in the demo, but I guess that didn't take up that much space. I like that they included, though, the tour and the trailer. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. Well, it's a demo, Candy. It's a demo. What do you want? It's a demo. Yeah, we're doing the demos. Well, the context actually is fascinating, too, because they also have... you have so many different endings. What, there were like 8 or 9 of them? Or a combination of different events with the Russian Revolution and Hitler coming to power and what happens in World War II and all sorts of different ways you can affect history, which is pretty fascinating, for sure.